Welcome to The Play. I'm Dave Morris. It's a brand new week of news. Here on The Play, we'll take a look at some of the stories you can find in upcoming editions of The Oklahoman and our website, newsok.com. Today, we'll take a look at the Rainie Terrill bribery trial as it got underway. President Barack Obama announcing steps to fix the health care exchange problems, and a policy change perhaps coming to OSU that would involve e-cigarettes. And we'll also look at Sam Bradford's injury. Here to tell us more about these stories, Nick Tragagas from the Oklahoman's newsroom. Nick, how are you?
Good. You doing all right?
Doing okay. Thanks for joining us again today here in the studio. And Nolan Clay was in court today as the Rainie Terrill trial got underway. Yeah,
for people who aren't familiar with the case, Rainie Terrill is charged with a felony count of bribery. It stems from what authorities allege. He offered to former State Senator Debbie Lefwich, which was an $80,000 a year state job that he was going to have created if she would agree not to run for her Senate position again. Lefwich as well has been charged with accepting a bribe. Her trial is set for December, but in terms of Terrill, jury selection started today. About 60 prospective jurors in court. You had some of the earliest dismissals. A guy who said, "I've seen the coverage and I've already made up my mind on how this case should be decided." So he was sent home. A few others were sent home. It's a pretty serious matter for Terrill. If he's found guilty, he has a maximum 2-year prison sentence, $5,000 fine, and so Nolan is going to be following that through the early stages where we are today, right through to the conclusion of the trial.
I have only had jury duty once. I never actually made it anywhere, but it's an interesting process, and it's a very polished process as well. All right, moving on. President Barack Obama announced steps to fix the health care exchange problems that have prevented people from getting insurance. It's a story our Chris Castile is working on.
Yeah, the president had a press conference today. Obviously, the rollout of the website where the Americans can go sign up for their new health coverage under Obamacare has not gone the way that perhaps people in charge would want it to go.
Sure.
There's been plenty of technical glitches, people who couldn't navigate through the system. The president today said that they've got people literally working around the clock, 24/7, he said, to increase the capacity of the website, increase the responsiveness of it, and to get it working right. He said they've even had calls come in from private companies, people in the private sector who deal with broadband and deal with websites, high traffic websites, offering to take a look at it and try to fix it as well. Didn't give a real time frame to say by X day it's going to be working fine, but he did kind of reiterate that like 24/7 around the clock nature, they want to get it fixed as soon as possible.
Certainly. Well, and one other story to tell you about involves your alma mater and smoking. In fact, the Board of Regents, or let me start that over, OSU is bringing a policy change before the Board of Regents later this week that could ban the use of e-cigarettes. Why is that?
This is sort of falling under the broad umbrella of what Oklahoma State's Stillwater campus wants to do with smoking. They want to ban all forms of smoking on campus. So that would encompass e-cigarettes, clove cigarettes, pipes, cigars, all these things. They've already had for several years now a cigarette smoking ban on campus. So they're bringing this idea up to the regents on Friday during the board meeting. We've spoken to a professor at OSU who uses e-cigarettes, who says that he feels like this is a solution that's looking for, a problem that's looking for solution.
Gotcha.
Maybe I got that backwards, but you know what I mean.
Sure.
He thinks they should let it continue on the campus. We've had different reports about how safe or how dangerous e-cigarettes are. The general consensus is that they're a lot less dangerous than regular cigarettes. But OSU wants to kind of crack down, and so they're taking it to the regents on Friday and to see if they can get any traction there.
Interesting stuff. It's a story our Silas Allen is working on. Well, football fans may have seen this, and it's the sight we've seen before. It's Sam Bradford going down with an injury, and as it turns out, he will be out for the season with this injury, and I spoke with our Jenny Carlson earlier today about it.
He was having his best season as a pro, year 4. They've had a ton of coach turnover, a ton of offensive coordinator turnover. Just didn't have the talent around him. He spent his first 3 seasons in St. Louis really kind of running for his life and trying to make plays as much as he could. But he was actually having a great day on Sunday when he got injured, was 21 of 30 for 255 yards. And just really disappointing that this good season that he was having falls by the wayside. And now I think there are some questions out there about his future with the Rams.
And in fact, I asked Jenny Carlson if Sam Bradford would be considered a bust or has the story not been completely written. She believes there's more to that story, so we will see.
There should be more, and it's been a rocky ride for Sam Bradford, to say the least. He's never had a lot of talent there around him, never had a good core of receivers to go with, and this just seems like a really the next unfortunate twist in his St. Louis Rams career. So
very true. Nick Tragakis, thanks for your time today. Appreciate that.
Sure.
That story by Jenny Carlson, as well as the stories we've mentioned previously, can be found in upcoming editions of The Oklahoman and our website at newsok.com. Have a great Monday evening, everyone.